Beware of the werewolves of summer.
Bro, that fucking intro rips.
Yeah. You know what else rips?
Oh, God.
This fucking mullet, dude. Look at my hair. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So you said there's a reason my camera was off. I thought you pulled the trigger and buzzed it all off. But man, that's a look. Wow.
Yeah,
Look at
buddy.
you. Now, hang on, because here we are in a very similar boat.
Fuck yes, dude. Twinsies, look at this.
Look at that. And I
Sleepover
shaved off
boys.
my beard like 2 days ago because it was just getting in all my food. I feel much nicer with this.
Yeah, I trimmed it down a lot more. Like I angled it in and everything. But anyways, I'm Rob.
I'm Jason Michael, and we lied to you. We said we'd be going into the 1970s, but guess what? It's Werewolves of Summertime, suckers!
Yeah. In case you missed by our new theme song and intro video and our wonderful background here, it is the Werewolves of Summer. Now, before we jump into this, we're not doing openers. So if you're subscribed to the Patreon, you've already been told we're not doing openers. And we're not doing openers to try this out right now because we have just one, and we're not calling you out, dude. We really appreciate all of your constructive and well-worded feedback, but we have one viewer on YouTube who dislikes the sound effects. Sorry, those are staying, but also really kind of made a good point, I feel, which was, hey, your openers are really good and you guys chat a lot and you have a lot of good stuff to say. It could be its own show.
Hey, homie, we really tuned it down for this season. You should have been there for the past 3 seasons where it was like
an hour
openers,
of openers.
The movie, yeah.
So
Openers,
here's the upside.
Baby.
I took that to heart, and not like in an offensive way, but more like, you know what? I think he might be right. And I think we should give it a try. So much so that it's not happening this week, but stay tuned for next week. On Wednesdays, YouTube only, will be getting a new show called Off Top Ick, which is going to be our openers.
Ick.
Yep. It's going to be our openers. It's going to be a little chit chat, kind of the stuff that Jason Michael and I do before and after we record, because we talk a lot.
It's our tangents. It's the tangents that you all love. Don't worry, that's not going away from the normal episode, but
no.
It's going to be basically Tangents, the podcast, while still being Spoiler Sleepover. I don't know how the hell we're going to start numbering episodes when we upload them, but hey, man.
Well,
we're gonna figure it out together.
The upside is Off Topic is only going to be on YouTube. You will not be able to listen to it anywhere other than YouTube. You can watch us and listen on YouTube only for Off Topic. All of our spoiler episodes, our normal movies we're talking about, will be everywhere. Off Topic is going to be YouTube only. So if you want to hear what we've been watching, reading, listening to, whatever, and you want to hear a topic that we have on mind, something we want to complain about, you want to just hear us shoot the shit, you want to watch us look at memes together, whatever, it'll be kind of just a throwaway where Jason Michael and I can just kind of get the sillies out and hang out like the brothers we are and not be stuck on a topic like a movie. So I do want to do
like chickens.
There you go. I do want to do one quick what's been keeping me up at night, and then I'm gonna move on, but y'all need to read Dungeon Crawler Carl.
I have been told to read that as well from someone at my work.
I got it a day ago and I'm halfway through the book. It's not a small book. It's that good. You cannot put it down. It's fucking fantastic. But
good. Rob, I'm sorry. Before you continue, let's all just take a moment. Take off the headphones. Yeah, you knew exactly what it is. Bro, that fucking suits the shit out of you. I have only known this man with a long, luxurious head of hair, and damn, you're a very sexy man.
So here's the funny thing about the hair too was I told my wife, I said, you have 2 weeks after the wedding to cut my hair or I'm shaving my head. So 2 weeks went by. The day of the second week, my kiddo goes, when are you shaving your head? It's been a long time. And I went, Actually, today is 2 weeks. It's a good point, bud.
He goes, uh-oh.
That was as far as it went. The next day was Father's Day, and my wife had to work, and I get a text from her, and she goes, "Hey, why don't you come in today and I'll cut your hair?" And I was just like, "Oof." I gave her an extra day because otherwise I would have been completely bald. But at
Could've
first,
been in trouble.
I feel like she's grown accustomed to the mullet. Everyone that has seen me with it is just like, dude, that's you. Like, it's really fit. It like fits you really well. And I was
It
like,
100% does. I was worried that you buzzed it all off, and I've seen pictures of you like that, and it's looking at you now versus looking at you then. It was like, but
yeah,
this works. This fits. This is good. I
yeah,
like this. Let's keep
I'm
this.
I'm digging it. Yeah, I think I'll keep it for a while. Might shave it
And
off.
then yep.
Yeah, yeah. So this is the first week of Werewolves of Summer, and we are talking. Yes, two. And we are talking about 4 movies this month that neither of us have seen. I handpicked 4 werewolf movies that I had never seen. I really wanted to experience something different and, see movies I've never seen before. So I found 4 werewolf movies I had never seen before and sent them to Jason Michael. And he said, "I've never seen any of these." And I said, "Good, me neither."
Who else is surprised?
Right. I was a little, to be completely honest, just because
werewolves.
Yeah, 100%. And I was
That's
like,
fair.
I figured at least 2 of them. I was like, there's got to be at least 2 he's seen, but no. So we are talking about today. We are talking about 1984's The Company of Wolves. I wrote a synopsis for this one, which I haven't done for a while, so I'm kind of excited, which also tells you what the studio did. So the studio synopsis for this movie is: a teenage girl in a country manor falls asleep while reading a magazine and has a disturbing dream involving wolves prowling the woods below her bedroom window. Yes, she was asleep. Yes, there was a magazine next to her. What does that have to do with the plot? Absolutely nothing.
Yeah, there were several points in this movie where I was like, how is this? Where is this? Why is this? And it, especially at the ending where it's like, so is it a dream? What are you? Who?
Here's my synopsis. A sick girl has a literal fever dream about werewolves, all framed around Little Red Robin Hood's granny telling her tall tales.
Robin Hood?
Little Red Riding Hoods. Sorry, I said Robin Hood.
Little Red Robin Hood would be an entirely different story. I'm going to eat you. Surprise, bitch.
I even have Little Red Riding Hood in here, and I said Robin Hood. We're recording this at late o'clock, so brain capacity slowly dying.
Late o'clock and in the middle of a fucking heat wave, too.
Yeah.
Be prepared to see sweat start pouring down my face.
I have my AC running and no pants on, and I'm still sweating.
Bro, I don't have pants on either.
Just survive.
A little insight to us right here. I almost stood up out of pride, and man, that would have been take it down.
Yeah, exactly. So this movie was written and directed by Neil Jordan, who's done a bunch of movies. I've seen a few of them, but most of his movies are like period pieces or like romance tragedy films. So not necessarily my cup of tea, but he's also an actor. So he's been in a bunch of stuff. If you see his face, you're going to be like, he's one of those faces where you're like, I've seen him in something, but you're not like, oh, he was that guy.
Yeah.
And I have an added note in here, just all caps. I had to say starring Angela motherfucking Lansbury. Yeah.
Jessica Fletcher, motherfucker. Murder, She Wrote.
I was watching this while I was working, so I unfortunately missed like the credits while it was rolling at the beginning of the movie, and then I heard her voice while I was doing something. And I was like, "It's Angela Lansbury." I was like, "This movie's gonna rip."
See, I saw Angela Lansbury's name pop up, and my very first note is Angela Lansbury. Fuck yeah, dude, Jessica Fletcher. But when she shows up, my brain went, "Is that Maggie Smith?" It looked like Minerva McGonagall from Harry Potter.
Oh, yeah, a little bit.
Right, I mean, it was the... Yeah, you're good. Ooh. it was the 80s. So when was Murder, She Wrote? Was that 90s?
80s.
Really?
80s, baby. Yep.
Good to know.
So
Still great.
I did some fun facts, which you will get all month for Werewolves of Summer.
Better be fun.
Especially seeing as these are movies we've never seen. So I'm just going to go right into seeing as we're both just gushing over Angela Lansbury, rest in peace, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Neil Jordan didn't hold auditions for the part of Granny. Once the project was up and running, he offered it directly to Angela.
Good man.
Called him and was like, "Hey, I got a role for you." And she said, "Absolutely."
Okay.
Yep. So I'm going to jump around these a little bit just because one of them I feel like is really going to probably create a larger conversation, but
Okay.
I'll go into something that's really funny. So during the shooting, I don't have this one written down. I'm gonna read the one I was about to, but I'm gonna tell you something else first. But they wanted to have real wolves on screen, but they realized that they're too unruly in packs, and so they used a specific breed of dog and they dyed that dog's hair. So none of those are wolves, except for.
I mean, I kind of figured.
During the shooting of the scene where the duck is used as bait to lure in the wolf, a real wolf was used. But when shooting the scene, as the wolf approached the hole, the duck quacked and the wolf ran away and refused to go anywhere near the hole again. The scene
That's awesome.
Then had to be shot with another wolf the next day. It's a fucking wolf, and the dog was like, and it was like, nope, fuck this shit, I'm out.
Dude, I will say there were moments in this movie, especially like once you first start seeing the wolves. I only saw 3 of them on that little hillside, and then when she runs away, and then they all like open their eyes and take off, I got chills. I was like, Jesus fucking Christ! But then I started seeing that like what dog they were, and I was like, oh, especially at the ending when the horror music kicks in and the girl is screaming, but it's like, hi, want to be my friend?
Yeah.
It's like, yes, I do, wild pack of dogs. Come to me.
There were so many moments throughout this movie that just had me on in stitches, especially the end of the movie. Angela's, Granny has all of these warnings of like what to look out for and what not to do, like stay on the path and blah blah blah, and never trust a man whose eyebrows meet in the middle.
Oh my god,
dude, when she said it the first time, I was like, I didn't hear that right, did I? And I rewound it and I was just like, no, she said don't trust guys with unibrows.
Well,
there's a reason I shave mine. I'm just kidding. It just reminded me that as soon as I realized she did actually say that, it reminded me of 8 Crazy Nights. You've seen that movie, right?
I haven't seen it in a very long time.
Nobody wants a unibrow. Like the twin with the clubbed foot shaving his unibrow. What a great movie. What a great fucking movie.
I went to high school with Whitey. Oh my god. He went down home and he slow danced.
This is the happiest seizure of my life. Oh my god.
Man, if you want more of this, tune into Off Topic.
Yeah.
Only on YouTube on Wednesdays.
Oh my god. Break down our favorite Adam Sandler movies. That's a notate it. We'll do it.
QB Halloween. That's a good one.
It was good. Thank you.
Yep.
I really enjoyed it. I've watched it multiple times. Yeah.
Good.
Probably too many times, to be completely honest. But
it's okay.
All right. So Neil Jordan had wanted Andy Warhol to play the role of the devil. Producer Stephen Woolley traveled to New York City to meet Warhol, who had recently been shot. And Warhol agreed to do the movie, but fearing for his life if he traveled, he would only play the role if the scene was shot in New York City. This was impossible. So Jordan cast his friend Terrence Stamp in the role. Stamp agreed to do the role if Jordan bought him a suit, which he did,
Huh.
much to Stamp's amusement. Amusement. He's just like, yeah, I'll do it. Buy me a suit. Then he did, and he was like, that's hilarious. Thanks, dude.
Huh.
So I thought that one was funny. This when the devil meets the young boy in the forest, he is holding a small skull. According to Neil Jordan, this is a genuine pygmy skull that was produced for this movie. When he was holding, so when the carriage pulls up,
That's a car.
Well, yeah, the car. I mean, it's still.
That's also another fucking thing. They roll up in the very beginning in a car, and I see a dog running through the woods, and my brain went, "Don't you fucking dare! Don't you fucking dare!"
That beginning and the ending are one story. So
sure, man, but when they go in the house and they're carrying, first off, Sainsbury's bags, and we're in England, fuck yeah. But what happened to the house within like, I don't know how long it went. It's like, this is a nice house with doves and pigeons in the attic.
So the entire movie is the sick girl's fever dream.
What about the ending?
Movie, that's the sick girl. She's still having that fever dream. She's still sick.
Brutal.
Yeah. The entire thing is just a fever dream a girl is having.
I kind of
with her
figured,
sister standing outside the door going,
pest, pest,
pest, pest.
I kind of figured it was a fever dream, but I'm sitting here going, whose fever dream?
It's the sick girl.
Like her sister got fucking mutilated by a bunch of dogs in the beginning of the movie. It's like, oh shit, she's dead. And then it's like, is this is Rosalie the fever dream girl?
Yeah.
Fuck that dude, by the way. Rosalie! Shut up.
Yeah, shut your jagged ass teeth mouth up, you fucking twat. The last bit I have here, the last fun fact. So I put these one after another because first of all, they produced an actual pygmy skull. There's no way that was cheap. Like, how do you manage to find one? Okay, so then the next fun fact is the production design could only afford 12 trees for filming. So the entire movie, all we see is the same 12 trees. They just continuously moved them and positioned them differently, which is crazier to me because the trees, right, only 12, but the landscape. My guess is they focused so hard on the landscape that they were like, oh fuck, we need trees, and they were like, what do we have? Well, I think we can produce 12 of them, and that's the rest of the budget.
Huh. That's honestly wild to me because I could tell there were fake trees sometimes, but at the same point, like I wouldn't have been able to go, oh, there's the same tree. There's the same tree.
Yeah, me neither. I mean, that shows you the amount. Well, I mean, trees are circular. Yeah. So you can design each side or different areas differently. You can position them differently. You can put them at different heights. And as long as you've designed it well enough, I mean, you guess you can disguise it. At the same time, there's only like maybe 3 shots where it's steady enough that you actually are focused on less than a handful of the trees. There's the moment where her and that kid go for the walk in the woods, and she runs away and hides behind those astronomically large mushrooms on the hill. Those things were fucking huge. I was like, yo.
Bro, knowing now that this whole thing's a fever dream, the woods makes sense because first off, the set, fantastic.
Oh yeah.
Holy cow. Even the little like town, and literally the little town, because there's a few shots where you're like, that's a fucking miniature. That's a goddamn miniature. And it's so cool. And then you get the whole interior of it, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, the gigantic friggin' penis envy mushrooms that are out there. And then whole, like, the dollhouse with the spider webs, and then the creepy doll chasing after. And it's like, what in God's green earth is happening in this fucking
Yeah,
movie?
the opening with the dolls and the teddy bear freaked me the fuck out. That was the big no for me. It reminded me of an episode of Doctor Who.
I said, yo, a creepy looking doll with legs that automatically kick? Absolutely not.
Yeah, how about no? Well,
How about no?
before we jump any farther into this, because we're really about to spoil the shit out of this movie that came out a year before I was born. So all
You're
those times
old.
I've muttered my actual age, I'm going to give you a quick about 10 seconds to figure out and do the math as we watch an ad. Spoiler Sleepover is sponsored by Gore Clown Shop, the only place to get official Spoiler Sleepover merch. Visit goreclown.com now.
Math makes my thinker box hurt.
Samesies. Yeah.
I'm not doing
it. Well, so yeah, I mean, okay. So talking about this village, the lighting, the setup, everything, you know what this movie gave me vibe-wise?
Go on.
Was an R-rated version of The Princess Bride.
I can see it.
Right?
I can see it.
The whole time, as soon as like she was sick, she's in bed, I was like, okay, that's Princess Bride vibes. Now,
who's gonna read her a story?
Right? And so instead of having somebody actually show up, she's having this fever dream where her grandmother is telling her all of these tall tales. And it's all the same thing. It's different stories about wolves. And then so much so that this main character, she starts telling her own stories about wolves, which I thought was great. She tells her mother one, who also calls her a pest, which
I missed that. Like there was times, even with my surround sound, I had to keep going up in volume. Like, what are you saying? And then by the time it got to like full volume, then all of a sudden something exploded or crashed through a window. It's like, Jesus. All right.
Yeah. I watched it with headphones on, so I was good audio wise. But
must have been nice.
Sorry about that. There was, and then she tells a story at the end as well, which is interesting. I don't know. This whole thing was, I really enjoyed this watch, man. Like this as a first time watch, the practical, bro.
When he starts peeling off his fucking skin.
That first transformation, I was like, yo, what?
Like you can do patchwork all the live long day, but then once you on camera reach into your own skin to peel it back, motherfucker.
Yeah, that had me at first. And then he goes back, he peels his cheeks off, he goes to the forehead, he's pulling all, and like dude, I was floored the whole time because I'm like, how like it didn't look fake. 1984.
Yeah.
We've seen skin get peeled off in other movies and it looks fucking fake. This looked real.
Mm-hmm.
I was shocked. Shocked.
This is, I will say, I'll be straight up from the beginning. My rating went through a roller coaster through this movie. Because at first I was like, okay, I don't know what's going on. Sainsbury's 10. But then it went, I don't know what's going on. It's getting lower. This is fucking badass and terrifying practical. It's getting higher again. And then towards the end, I was like, fucking, I haven't understood a goddamn thing, but don't let this fucking dude into here. What is it?
Yeah.
It's Red Riding Hood? It's Red Riding Hood. Straight up Red Riding Hood. Okay.
The only moment in the movie that kind of lost me a bit was the story about the wedding, which I was like, what the fuck is going on right now? And
that was the woman who married the wolf first, and then he left, and then he came back, and the dude.
No. That's the first story. The wedding story.
There's more stories.
There was. Did you not watch the movie?
No, I watched the movie, but again, I couldn't fucking follow the plot line. I thought it was all like in one way, shape, or form connected. Because I swear, the chick who just walks in, looks at everything, and it's like, yeah, fuck you guys. Turns them into the company of wolves, and I love the workers in the back. Like, yeah, good. Fuck you all.
Yeah, that story, that was a different story. So that was the thing. Angela Lansbury, Granny, was telling her granddaughter different stories.
Okay.
And so it would cut to the story. It was a visualization of the story she was telling her.
Okay.
So it was just multiple stories. So there was the wedding one where it was like all the Victorian people around the table eating disgustingly with all the dudes in makeup.
I'm so fucking happy because the moment I saw that happen, I was like, fuck each and every single one of these goddamn posh, pretentious fucking pricks.
What lost me in that specific one was clearly that was like a housekeeper that he had slept with and impregnated. And I was like, or they were married and he's marrying somebody else. Like, I couldn't follow that. That confused me. But then it was the whole, like, may you all be with the wolves. And she looks at a mirror and it smashes and then everyone transforms into wolves.
The fucking practical on that alone, when they're like, it was, I think with the mirror effect, it looked pretty good.
The feet were cool. When they were ripping through the shoes, I liked that, but they kept focusing on the old lady who was giving us nothing, like vibe wise. She was just like the whole time, and I was just like, there's got to be other better effects. Like there has to be better makeup.
Stephanie, we need more. Give us more.
Yeah, and then at the end, it shows through the mirror that they're fine, like they're just people again, and I was just like, I don't know. That was the only moment in the movie where I was like, I didn't vibe with that story that much. But the rest of the movie, I really liked it. And there was a fun fact that was not so fun that I was just like, yikes. And so I didn't write it down, but I feel like you've watched this. Somebody else is about to watch this. And they're going to be like, I'm a bit uncomfortable with some of this stuff that's happening. So to just kind of make things... I guess it doesn't make it make sense.
Was it with the woman and the kids in the very beginning?
No. So
okay, because I wasn't a fan of how she was peeling potatoes with a knife towards a fucking baby's head.
Yeah, well, that's 80s. That was the 80s for you. But
shut up, sit there. Yeah.
It was the main character, the girl, Rosalie. So initially during casting process, the casting director was looking for, because the girl's supposed to be the age of 16. They were looking
like where you're going with this.
They were looking to cast a 16-year-old. But the script that was written was they couldn't cast a 16-year-old. So he was like, we need to find somebody in their 20s that'll look the role. And so they started looking, but during the casting process, this actress showed up and she read for the role, and they were like, that's it. She's the one. So much so that he went back and he edited and rewrote the script because there was supposed to be an obscene amount of sex in this movie. And he cut it all out. Good. He edited everything, changed storylines specifically for this actress because this was her first role. She was 12. Yep.
Still kissing like grown men and shit.
Thank you. That's why I was like, initially I was like, I went to write down the fact and I was just like, I'm not even going to call it a fun fact, but nope. I do think Neil, kudos to him for noticing her acting chops and being like, no, her skills are too good. Like she needs to be in this movie so much so that I'm rewriting it. And so he edited down and removed stuff and rewrote stuff and actually reformed a bunch of the script to fit her and her age, which I was like, dude, that's awesome. He's like, not a predator, just somebody who was like, this kid's got chops and she's going to go places. And you know where she went? To one more role the year later, and then she retired.
The thing is, she also, like, if you didn't tell me that she was 12, I would have never known, because, like, she looked like a 16-year-old.
Yeah. And I think that was one of those why it was so perfect, was she looked the age. But at the same time, her next role, she played Snow White in a live-action rendition of Snow White. Yeah. Which
the year after she could have been in Beauty and the Beast. And
I now want to see it because I'm like, all right, she looks the role, but then she retired and then she came back in 2011, if I remember correctly. And then like 2017, and she did 2 more indie movie roles and then just disappeared again. She's done a total of 4 movies, which is, I guess impressive in a sense, because she was like, I did the thing I wanted to do. I did 2 movies. I think I'm good with life, and just went on and got married and had kids and like God knows what.
Sarah Patterson.
Mm-hmm.
Snow White in 1987, which is on Tubi.
87.
What did I say?
No, it was shot in 85. It was released in 87.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, this
free on
movie and then
Tubi.
that movie, they shot back to back. But anywho,
there's a character in that movie called Diddy.
Well,
Ruh-roh Raggy.
He hands out lotion.
Uh-oh.
Huh.
Yeah, no, there's like there's a 20-year gap in between her movies. It's 87 to 2002 pretty much.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Which I'm interested at for a first time role in this movie. She'd never acted before. I would have never known. It seemed like she was trained in this, and when I found out her age, I was like, holy shit.
Good for her.
12-year-olds can't act like that now. Like,
nope.
I was just like, this is good. Like, she was really good. She played terrified really well. She played disgusted. She did everything amazingly well. Even like there's a moment where she climbs a tree to get away from Sir Snaggletooth.
Oh my God.
And a crane flies away, and she's at this crane's nest. And I was like, all right, cool. And she's putting on her sister's lipstick, which...
Did she find that in the nest?
So no, I believe she had been carrying that and that mirror around with her everywhere, because again, rewind to the opening of the movie where the girl is sick in bed, having a fever dream. Her sister outside the door is like, "Oh, I bet you stole my mirror and my makeup again." So like,
oh, I didn't hear that. I couldn't understand her at all.
Everything's getting carried over into her dream. So like in her dream, her sister's dead because she probably wishes her sister was dead because she treats her so poorly. But she also, it was like that reveal of like, I do have these things. Like, yeah, I do. And that we also knew that because when she's in her fever dream state, she's covered in makeup, which is like, she's clearly has all this stuff. Anyway, but she's in the nest and she's putting on lipstick and there's eggs in there. And I was like, oh, and one wiggles. And I went, okay, what are we going to get? Like this will be interesting.
Mommy.
And the eggs snap open one by one and there are just baby totems in there. I was like, dude, what the fuck? Now,
and then
she brings it to her mom. But this was the thing.
What does the totem do?
Well, what did the totem do?
The totem fucking cried.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you could see the little pinhole where the water went, bloop, but it was still like, what the fuck is happening? What the fuck is happening?
So the thing is that...
You fucker. Rob is in control of this episode, by the way. He invited me to the studio. So.
Yeah. So, hey, guess what?
Power.
Guess what, bud? Less sound effects. You're welcome.
Chicken butt.
Yeah. Before that moment, they're in church and the pastor is reading a passage I don't think I've ever heard. It may have just been made up for the movie, but in it, he talks about like the younglings will find the eggs and the hatchlings of the babies and blah, 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 blah. And it was like a reference to that, which I was like, oh, okay, cool.
It wasn't about the path of the righteous man. And
well, and that's the thing. That's the thing about this is like a lot of everything he said came to fruition. Like we saw a lot of that stuff happen, and a lot of the wording that he said that Angela Lansbury, the stories she was telling, were from a book that this movie is loosely based off of, which is the original story of Red Riding Hood. Because it wasn't just like Red Riding Hood had a basket with shit in it. She went and saw her granny who was eaten by a fucking wolf. And then she was dumb and didn't realize it was her granny. And then she got fucking eaten. And the woodsman showed up and cut her out of him. The story was way fucking darker. And it had others.
Imagine if it was fucking real. Granny, what big teeth you have.
Yeah.
It's like,
well, we even get that at the end of the movie in a sense. Which
was so dumb. So fucking, it's like, again, in zero way, shape, or form is this guy attractive. And he's just like, yes. And she's like, what big arms you have? I'm like, fuck you.
Better to hug you with. And I was just like,
Yeah, fuck you. And then she kisses him anyway, which, yeah, now knowing she was 12, and it's like, what big teeth you have? And it's like, gross.
yeah, stranger danger, stranger danger.
Get the gun.
Aside from knowing the age, and I mean, there was the 80s and 90s. I mean, anything
Fair.
before like 99 was like, yikes. But
Mhm.
I was just talking with a friend about Blank Check and how fucking problematic that movie was.
I haven't
'Cause-
thought about that movie in a while.
Yikes. A kid gets a blank check, writes himself $1 million check, manages to buy a mansion that's clearly worth way more than that.
Well,
The
at the time-
FBI is investigating this kid, and the FBI agent that's specifically assigned to the case is a woman, and they go on a date and they kiss, and she's like, yeah. He's like, can I see you again? She's like, I don't know when. He's like, next week. And she's like, how about in 8 years? Fine, he'd be of age. But then they work it down to like 5 years or something like that, which means he'd be 15, 16. And I was just like, yeah, it never registered. I watched the movie once as a kid. My mom rented it for us from Blockbuster, and she was like, never again. And I didn't understand why. And then I got older and I was just like, oh yeah, I get it. Yeah.
You wanna know the first time I ever saw Blank Check? And it's gonna sound real silly. For some reason, we were watching it in like 6th grade. In school.
Yeah.
Don't know why.
I ended up seeing it again the second time in the after school program I was in. And then yeah, I also saw Legend in school. That after school program was wild, dude. Like we saw some shit.
With
Saw The Last
fucking
Unicorn.
Tim Curry.
Yeah.
Oh, smashing.
They wanted to scar us for life. But
Hell yeah.
it's fucking 80s, man. Yeah, I don't know. I liked a lot about this movie, if I'm being completely honest. At the
That's
end
fair.
of it, I was really impressed with all of the practical.
Mm-hmm.
The last transformation of Sir Unibrow, the Creeper, was underwhelming.
Compared to the first one, absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, I still like the wolf snout popping out of his mouth. I thought was really
absolutely.
fucking cool.
And the spine tear.
Yeah, but the spine tear happened so fucking fast.
Mm-hmm.
And there was like, again, in comparison to the first skin tear, where everything was super wet and visceral and like just gross looking, this one was just like literally like someone unzipped it and it just slid off smooth as shit. Like even the fur didn't have any blood on it. It was just like, we're good. I don't know.
Suddenly wolf.
Yeah. And then the ending where like
She's a
She's
wolf
just-
too.
yeah, no, before that, where she's just petting him and like, yeah, okay, we're good. Everything's wonderful. She tells him another story and then she's a wolf.
You just slapped my grandmother's head off and she fucking shattered into a porcelain doll.
Yeah, again, very strange. It was that moment like I snickered at first because I was like, he backhanded her head off of her shoulders. I was like, and then it hit the wall and it shattered. And I was like,
What?
what the fuck is that? What just happened? Like I was so confused. Hello.
Hey, I'm still
Hello,
here.
fellow children.
I'm recording in the dark because otherwise it's going to make this room hotter than it is. Welcome to being in the middle of the woods.
But yeah, I mean the ending of the movie is slow motion of wolves coming through the sick girl's house.
They
I thought it
bumped
was
the
cool.
camera on the stairs. Dude, the amount of animal, like, I don't know if we can call them actors, but like a lot of it's really great. And it's like I mean, obviously you can't really control a frog.
Right.
And you can't really control a heron. There were owls, fucking boosted my ranking up. But like, there was a dead cow, and the baby cow is just like, look at my mother.
The calf made
Aw.
me sad, dude. I was just like,
Dude, I went, oh.
oh.
But like, the dogs were incredible.
Yeah.
And the dog at the end, who was like the weird were-child that showed up,
Mhm.
whatever that story was, and it's like it's hiding behind a gravestone. It's actually like backing up, like not trying to be seen. I'm sitting here going, you can't get this shit. It's gonna be like take Call of the Wild with Harrison Ford from a few years back with a goddamn CG dog. If they did it back in the 80s with dogs like this, it would have been perfectly fine with an actual dog.
Yeah.
What the hell happened?
Yeah, this is amazing. I mean, this is coming out the same week I saw Supergirl, and even after seeing Superman, like they CGI Crypto the entire for both movies, and I feel like it really takes away for me where I'm like, can you not find the dog when it's walking? Like, I get it if you're CGIing it if it's flying.
Yeah.
But like the entirety of Supergirl, it's Crypto's barely in the movie. And the few times he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm not spoiling anything because the trailer tells you what happens. But
the trailer definitely tells you what happened. But yeah. Was it at least good?
It was fantastic. It was under 2 hours too. I really enjoyed it.
In this day and age?
Yeah. That's what shocked me. Yeah, I got the 5:30 showing, which means the movie started at 6, and I was walking out after after all credits had run at 7:45.
Damn, son.
Yeah, I was pretty fucking impressed.
Huh.
So, yeah, if you want to know how I feel about it, please jump on over to patreon.com/spoiler sleepover podcast. You can see a movie spew every Monday. And if you don't want to pay because you hate us, because if you're not doing that, then it just means you hate us. I will be posting any of the non-Monday ones for free, so you can take a look and feel like you're part of it. You can just walk in and be like, I done seen it. I've been here. I saw spew. Yeah, I utilized it.
Okay. I mean, I didn't know that you had control to everything else that I put into the studio.
Everything.
So,
yeah.
You know how many times you should press that button? 6 times.
I don't know what you're talking about. So the movie was really good.
There he is. No!
Oh man. So let's jump into our rating for any of the non-cult related months that we have. We're just going to do our normal 1 to 10 scale.
And can we get a Bloody Legend in there as well?
Yeah, absolutely. We can do Bloody Legend. I mean, I feel like this one is a given. The Bloody Legend is.
It's Sarah Patterson. It's who played Rosalie.
Yeah.
With an honorable mention, I would say, to the dogs.
I was going to say Angela Lansbury, but okay.
Well,
fuck you, old bitch.
No, hang on. How so very dare you? I love Angela Lansbury, but I feel like she was very underutilized in this movie. Like I
think she was utilized exactly the right amount, like the amount that she was needed for the movie. But you're right.
I feel like it was a very cardboard character, except for when she got a branch dropped on her head by the priest and she started like fucking practically cussing him out for the time.
And that was that's the point of her character. She's the narrator. She's not meant to be like, holy fuck, this is the main character. Like, she's just there to move the story along.
She was introduced first in the credits. That's what I expected.
It's because it's fucking Angela Lansbury.
That's fair.
I've seen movies where there was like the first name was a huge name actor and they're on screen for like 2 seconds. I have a movie sitting over there that I bought because why am I forgetting his first name? Berryman. Why am I forgetting his first name? It's from The Hills Have Eyes. He was in The Devil's Rejects. Why am I only remembering his last name right now?
Give me a second. Michael Berryman.
That's it.
Jesus.
Leaving that in. I bought a movie because he's on the cover.
Mm-hmm.
It says starring Michael Berryman. He's in the first 5 minutes of the movie. That's it. He's just there and he was gone. And I was like, and the movie was terrible. Like, it's awful.
It's kind of like when we clicked on Frankenstein's Island, and it's like, and John Carradine. It's like, whoa!
Yeah.
And it's like he's occasionally there.
Yep. But all right, so I'm gonna go first because I really
Okay.
enjoyed this, and so I'm just gonna make it super easy. I'm giving this an 8 because
Fair.
I will rewatch this 100%. Like this will be a rewatch for me. Everything about it again, like the best feeling I had from it, the best description. It's an R-rated Princess Bride, and I love the
Yeah.
Princess Bride. I just loved set pieces. All of the stories, even the one I wasn't sold on, was still really good. All of the practical effects,
Mhm.
just everything about it. The fact that it's just a fucking fever dream, literally. Like I was watching it going, this is a fever dream. And then the movie ended and I was like, oh, it literally was a fever dream. Like, okay. I really enjoyed this. And I think it was great. Yeah. I really, really liked this movie. So yeah, I give it an 8. What about you?
So like I was telling you, it was kind of a roller coaster of my rating. At first, once I started seeing like some of the practical shit, I was like, fucking 10 all the way. And then it started going down. The lowest it went was a 7 internally. But towards the end of it and thinking back on the movie, I will agree it is an 8. I will at some point rewatch this.
Mhm.
I gotta get the creepy guy taste out of my mouth real quick. Because like I was looking at him and going, no. And
Yeah.
he took your knife. No. Fuck you. Like the animal actors, I keep saying animal actors, but the dogs, incredible. The fact that every other scene had a brand new animal. It's like there's a heron, there's owls, there's a snake, there's a frog, there's tarantulas falling from the chandelier in the church. And I'm sitting here going, this is nuts. Fucking nuts.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed it. I now knowing that it's a more fantasy versus horror, I was going into this based on the cover alone,
Mhm.
which is like the dude's mouth with the snout coming through it. Also, fucking shout out to that practical head with the tongue.
Yeah, they utilized it a few times, and I was like, "This is pretty dope."
Yeah, at first when it came out and started wiggling, I was like, man, he's got real good control with his tongue. And then I looked, I was like, that's not his head.
Yeah,
Holy shit, that's not his fucking real head.
it was good.
Oh, man. Yeah, solid 8s all around. Way to
There
go,
we go.
company of wolves.
Woohoo! All right. Well, thank you for joining us for the first week of Werewolves of Summer.
Ooh.
Next week, I know I told you all of these movies I haven't seen, but luckily for all of you, next week is a double feature. That's right, a double feature. And I have seen the first movie in this double feature, but not the second one.
So what you're saying is you're a goddamn liar.
Well, kinda.
So
So-
maybe.
Unlike the cult, we're going to let you know. Stay tuned and join us next week as we talk about Wolf Cop from 2014 and another Wolf Cop from 2016. 2016 will be my first watch. I have watched Wolf Cop too many times. I really enjoy this movie. It is hilarious and just ridiculous.
I'm gone blurry.
So,
Send help. I've gone into the blur dimension.
oh no. Well, until next week.
I'm back.
Sleep tight,
Suckers.
Oh.
Shave that unibrow.
Shave it off.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of Spoiler Sleepover. Join our cult by following our socials like Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. And for more offerings like this, follow us on Patreon at patreon.com/Spoiler Sleepover Podcast. So until next week, sleep tight, suckers!